How do you like it?
Oh no. It's really good.
Ah, thumbs up for the cook. So 8 ounces of chicken, about a cup of Spanish rice, the Uncle Ben stuff, and then that 1 packet of broccoli and cheese. And that's my lunch meal for the day.
I got different broccoli than you.
Yeah, you chose a different vegetable. I asked you. So. But I get thumbs up for the chef. Hey, so this is my gym. 24/7 health and fitness. Runs up there and runs down here. I know that strength while cutting, building strength or any type of strength program is what I meant to say, helps a lot with keeping that muscle rather than losing a lot of muscle. So 2 basic things. When you're in a cutting diet or any type of diet, that not even macros or something like that, what you want is, in order to be able to burn the fat but also keep that muscle, is you want a high protein in your diet. That's one thing. That's one big step, because the body either burns the muscle or burns the fat. It's easier for your body to burn muscle, so it breaks it down easier, so it's easier to lose that weight rather than it burns fat. So if it has the choice, it will burn more muscle rather than fat. And then the second thing to keep that from happening, from losing muscle while cutting, is to do a strength training. So strength training will help your body be able to keep that muscle, because the way is your body goes, and your mind goes into survival mode. So basically, while you're cutting, your body's like, oh, I need to lose this fat or this muscle. I need to lose some weight because I'm starting to lose energy. I need energy that's stored inside my body because I'm not getting enough energy, whether it's carbs or something like that. So what it does is, instead of burning all that muscle, it knows that it's every day that you're strength training or doing some sort of strength train. So it knows that it needs to retain some sort of muscle, because it's like, I'm gonna need this muscle in order to survive. So what it most likely will do is burn the fat rather than burn the muscle. So that's what I was trying to say, is that I'm doing this strength program because I know it's a big deal and it helps you keep that muscle while being in a cut. So right now I'm gonna go up to 185 as my last warm-up set, and then I'll start building up from there. So lately I've been doing a lot of dumbbell pressing rather than bench. The reason for that is I know that it helps isolate more muscles when you're doing dumbbell presses. So if you're plateauing in your bench, it'll help to switch over to dumbbell presses, because that'll help you with those smaller muscles that you're not working, rather than just holding onto the bar doing one motion. It's harder to control the dumbbells. So that'll help you raise your strength if you're plateauing in your bench. Okay, so now I go into bench now rather than dumbbell press, just because I wanted to get back into it a little bit. So I'm still doing that programming with this instead. But like I said, I jump back and forth between dumbbells and regular bench on flat bench. But for bench wise, my max, the most I've ever done on bench was 295, so almost 300. I attempted 300 but didn't get it. But this was a couple of years ago when I was a lot heavier actually. I was 175, and so being down to 150 now, of course my strength is going down. So I'm gonna be trying to, I go up in increments after my warm-up after 185. So I go up by increments, smaller increments, I guess. I'll either 10s or 5 pounds, of course, so depending on how that last set felt. So we'll keep building up, and I'm gonna try to hit 235, I would say. So we'll see. I haven't done bench in a while, so let's see. So now I'm actually thinking about actually getting a camera, because that way I can put it on a tripod, because now I can only get one angle, because I have to like find things to put my phone on and like balance it. Right now I'm balancing it just right here facing this way, so you can see the bench that way. So that's the only angle I can get right now. I'm looking for other, I guess I could do it over here too, we'll see. But I really need to get a camera so that way I could use a tripod and get different angles. I was actually expecting that 225 to be a little bit of a grinder, but it feels like I can go up more. Maybe I can hit 245. Let's see. That was an okay angle, but I'm gonna try to get it over here that way. I like it on this side, so let's do it this way.
Let's go. Push. I ain't helping you. Let's go. Yeah.
Alright, so 245, I'm gonna call it there. That was a pretty good grind. Pretty good one. So I'll drop now down to 80%, and I'm feeling pretty good, so I'll probably do my, let's see, maybe 3 sets of 5. Yeah, we'll probably do 3 sets of 5. Alright, so now I'm going into an overhead press. It's a sitting press. But you'll see the way I do these things is on my push days, literally everything that I do is a push. Because for anything that you do, yes, you can isolate your triceps or isolate your shoulders or biceps, whatever, on a pull day. But anything that you're pushing, you're going to be working your triceps. But depending on what angle that you're pushing, you'll work out different parts of your shoulder. So what I do is I literally do every angle of push. So I got my bench in, I'll get straight up, and then I'll do an incline, probably dumbbell, and then I'll go into a decline with cable crossovers, and then I do some dips or something rather that would be in a downward position. So you'll see me here for this one. Alright, for these sitting presses, I usually do 3 sets, and I do 1 set of 12, 1 set of 10, and 1 set of 8. So I add weight every set accordingly to where I can get to that, or how I feel that I can get to those reps. And then I make sure I get a good burn. If I end up adding a weight, but get to that number that I wanted to, and of course if it's too easy, then I'll rep out some more. But that's how I do these. Alright, so another thing is, some people don't realize that your strength could clearly fluctuate, but it all depends on like how you're feeling, you know. So like, but honestly, today has been an overall pretty good day for me. I've enjoyed today. Like I said, I'm pretty happy about that bench over there. But yeah, your strength goes up depending on, you know, lots of things. The way you feel, the way you prepare, the way you warm up. Things can happen, you know. Now, if you're trying to hit your numbers, of course, like strength-wise, like you're gonna try to rep out that number and you're gonna calculate it better. Now, that's not exactly my goal. I'm just trying to get a good burn and maintain my muscle to the point where I'm just burning. I can feel the good workout that I'm getting. But yeah, most definitely, if you're trying to hit certain numbers, or if you're trying to hit like a certain goal in strength-wise or something like that, then yeah, definitely you want to hit your numbers there. But like I said, just getting a good burn, you got to focus on that. So bodybuilding is different, of course, for powerlifting, stuff like that, cycles. I've always seen, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I've seen bodybuilding as like, as long as you get within a certain amount of reps and sets, and you're just working super hard, getting a good burn, just pushing hard, that you'll see results in that way. But powerlifting is clearly different. You want to hit those numbers that you're being told or of that program to do. So everything's different. you know, do what you need to do. I've never been like a power lifter, but yeah, so just whatever you need to do, just hit those numbers or just make it burn. That's one really good advice, of course, that anyone can give, is just get a good burn and just keep pushing and work towards it. All right, so now I'm going into dips here. So this will be my down angle. I like doing dips for this. I do a little bit of weighted dips. Body weight dips are always really good when you want to just max it out at the end or something like that. Just like I said, get the good burn. Just keep pushing that, get the good burn. But I'm gonna put a little weight so I can get reps between like 8 and 12. All right, so just got finished with those dips. I did 4 sets. One just warm up set because of my shoulders, just to get those warmed up at that angle. Puts a lot of stress on there. And then 2 weighted sets. And then the last set I just did a burnout with body weight. So now I'm going into that angle. So it's like working a decline bench, but I like using the cable crossovers, and I'll do just the same motion as if I was in a decline. Alright, so on these decline cable crossovers here, I go ahead and I'll do, hey there buddy, I go ahead and I do 3 sets between 8 and 12 reps again, just getting a good burn and a good squeeze. Squeezing is really important there. Not so much the weight that you do, but as long as you can get a good squeeze and it burns with a good contraction, then you're doing pretty good. It's good work.
Yesterday, found somebody to watch Dalton. I was thinking, oh man, what am I going to do? I don't know. And I kept thinking, what am I going to do?
Hey, so finally, after about a year of using this one, I finally invested in an actual digital scale. Look at that step, look at that, oh, woo. So anyways, yeah, no, I've been wanting to get a digital scale and invested in one of these finally, just because this one, I mean, it worked perfectly fine. Clearly it's worked every time for how long I've had it. It's just, you know, it's more guesstimating than actual weight. So like every time, for example, if I was weighing peanut butter, you know, you can't just put peanut butter on the scale. I would get a spoon, and then you have to go like this. For those of you, I'm just saying, for those of y'all that don't know how to use this, we'll see it's at 2. So you can either say, oh, it's around 2, or you could go around here, have this little adjuster thing, and this is how basically you tear it manually, or set it to 0, and you just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling until you get right close to 0. All right, and then you take it off, and then you start scooping your peanut butter, whatever, take it, put it back on, and you weigh it, and you try it, and that's how you see how much close enough in grams is what I had to do. So let's say 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is usually, for what I use, is about 33 grams. So you see what I mean? It's kind of hard to just be like, oh, 1, 2, 3, so that's 30, and kind of get it a little bit in between, or about 30 grams. So yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily that I need to be precise. I just wanted to be a little bit more precise. That way I can have this digital scale. It looks really nice, and I can just be, like, again, a little bit more precise than using this one here. Now, there's nothing wrong with these, especially just starting out, or if you just don't want to pay how much I paid for this one. But this one was just really, like, it's just really good for beginning, and it worked pretty well, very cheap. I don't even remember where the heck we got this thing. I've had it for a long time. But no, like I said, just super happy getting this one. So yeah, I'm just grateful for this thing.